Hello, this is Florida Lorene. I finally broke the seal and did my first M7 back test. I'm so happy and grateful to those that helped in the community. So I wanted to pay it forward and make this little guide for new ones trying to figure out how to do their first back test. Basically, what I learned is that the official lessons are talking about time and price. That's what frame is, time and price. But later on, M7 said that he wanted us to do time only. And I think that's very smart for that to be our first back test because it's much simpler, and then we can add on to it as we go on. So, and also he started off with ES, and then he said that he thought CL was better for new ones to start with because you don't have to deal with the news stuff. Like with ES, we don't trade on news days. With CL, there are no really news days that we have to worry about. So that makes it super easy. We have less scrolling to get through days that we can actually trade, and we're not slowed down by having to look for that. Plus, you get pretty good results on oil. So, and suggest that we do 500 time-only trades, but because they're simpler, we can get through them much quicker than other ones. So that's the general introduction, why I'm doing this. This is the rules as I kind of rewrote them. There is a PDF on the Discord. If you just search for Monkey Rules, you'll find it. And I just kind of typed it because I like to copy and paste and put this as a text note in TradingView, so it's front and center. Once you do it enough, you'll get that memorized and you don't even need it anymore. But I put it here just as a reminder. And then to prepare for the back test, this is where I really got stuck. Was that's just the best way to do it, the most efficient way. And a few days ago, KMIL7I, I don't know how to say it, like K-Mill is what I'm calling them, had offered to show me a way to back test a little bit more quickly. And that's what I'm going to share here as well. So basically what he said to do is just start with a clean slate, a fresh chart, and you're going to just add 1 instance of the DRIB indicator and 10 instances of the drive indicator, because you need one for each day of the week and each direction. So Monday long, Monday short, Tuesday long, Tuesday short, so on and so forth. And what he recommended to do is just add an anchored text note in TradingView so that it lines up. So this is Monday, this is Monday short, so you can do that as well. Or I just tend to go Monday, skip one, Tuesday, and figure out if it's long or short, whatever works best for you. But it's because we're wanting to plot the target that we're going for and the time that we're supposed to be entering. So per the rules, we are looking for confirmations within the first 30 minutes, so 10:30 to 11. If there is no confirmation in that first 30 minutes, then we skip that day for trading. And that's in my little calendar. I just use this to kind of keep track and let me know where I left off. I just made all the yellow days are my no trade days. And then red are expense days, green are profit days, blue were holidays, and I think I had, and orange was break even. So I had my little key here. I gave you a link to this calendar if you want to do the same thing. For me, I found this extremely valuable to really see how many losses we're going to experience with this, but yet end up, positive 1,400 ticks or $7,300 if you're trading one contract. Yes, that's after a whole year, and we'll be doing other sessions, we'll be doing other instruments, and we're also going to be honing our skills here and having more than 1 to 3 hour trades, that we'll see that this improve significantly. But at base level, entry level, monkey only trading just on one variable, time, well, and when it confirms, like, it's very minimal discretion, nothing to really think about, very difficult. So this is a great first back test to do. Let's see. Yeah, so that's why we need to have these different drive indicators put on. And then the other thing you want to do is you want to set your trading hours to regular trading hours, RTH, down here in the lower right hand corner. Because if you set it to electronic, it's going to show you the ADR and the ODR session. We just want the RDR for our first back test because it's going to make us go through it really quick. I have an instance of the chart here. I'm going to go to January 3rd, 2022. And then I just go right to 11 o'clock because that's when we want to see if it's confirmed by. Now, when this happens, you just need to center it by clicking A to auto-fit the data, and then click it one more time so you can still wiggle, oops, that didn't take, wiggle your chart around, okay? So it brings me right to January 3rd at 11 o'clock. And what I'm looking for, did it confirm? I got my little green, so yes, it did confirm by 11. So this is a day I could trade. And that's kind of how you do that. Now, because I set up my 10, let me close this here, my 10 instances of drive, right? This is my Monday long, Monday short, Tuesday long, Tuesday short. And this was a Monday, so that's why I have this one lit up. If I was doing another day, then I would turn that off and turn on Tuesday long. Turn that off, Wednesday long, so on and so forth. Wednesday's way up there. Okay. And so we have to fill in this information here in the DR Lens areas and times. And when you fill this in, then you have everything you need for time and price. And you can look at the detailed instructions that I give for how to do that on this little guide here. What I did on Friday, I don't know why it took me so long, but it did. I put all the variables from Lens. In my case, I was using Quantex, and I just made this table so I knew these are the values I'm going to fill in on my drive indicator, the one that's called median X, the RET, the RET2, and I just populated this. And now when I went to go do my 10 instances of drive, it was really very quick. Plus, you're going to want to update this like once a month. You're going to want to come in and check all of these variables, because as we add more data to Lens and Quantex, these will shift a little bit. I would say you could probably even go 3 months without having to worry about it being that significant. Now, all you really need for time only is this first time cluster and your target. So your X2 is where I put it. But since I was in here, I went ahead and put in the retracement price clusters, R1, R2, R3, so that when I get ready to switch from time only to time and price, I've got everything already put in. Plus, as I was back testing for time only, if I turned on all of these, I could start to see what it was going to look like. And not that I'm using it, what I was using is where it ended, this 11:15. This is when the mode ends, and that's when I'm going to be looking to enter. Those are the monkey rules. So you're supposed to go into your Quantex or your DR lens. So if you're going to be using Quantex, you need to have both of these checked, 10:30 and 10:45, to make it equal that first 30 minutes. This is the confirmation time. And then you're going to be either using the max retracement, or like I did, I used the M7 retracement. And you want to pick your tallest building, as Santi likes to say. So the tallest one here is 1045 to 11. This becomes your mode 1. The next tallest building is your mode 2. And you only have to do one mode, but if you see two that are very tall, then I would make that 2 modes. And then you're going to come transfer that information into your drive right here. So this is mode 1, RET. Mode 2 is RET2. So you can uncheck these. You have to have this checked up here, show DR lens areas and times, and then all of this stuff will show up. So what I did for the target, because per the rules, we're supposed to be taking the median and subtracting 2. So for Quantex, the median is up here, 1.6. So subtracting 2, that would become 1.4. So in order to get that to show up on my chart, I just put it in this X2 box. So I put 1.6 is what it said in metrics, subtracted my 2, so 1.4 to 1.6. And then I also, down here in this extra fields, I typed in the 1.4, because when you go to copy that value, 1.4, into metrics, it's right there. You can see it. You don't have to try and figure it out. And so I'm bringing my target not to the top of the rectangle, but to the bottom, the 1.4. And then your stop is supposed to be 3 ticks below the swing. I think that's how it's described. Stop loss, 3 ticks below previous high or low. And if it's right after a confirmation candle, you can do 3 ticks below that confirmation candle. So here's the confirmation one. But it was a couple candles away from that, so I went to this swing point here and counted down 3. And then I just start to go through and see if it is going to hit target. I actually just go like this and let it run. And I normally let it run all the way to the end of the session, because I like to get that in for my metrics. And so this was a winter day, which was kind of nice. And what you do is you just copy. You can right click copy or do Control C. I'm a keyboard person, so Control C. And then I come over to my metrics, and let me go to my demo. And you click this Trading View icon here, and then you click Control V, and that pastes these values right from TradingView. You want to double check it. So that was a 3.36R, that was good. And then I click this little paper icon, and if you want to put any tags, now's the time to do it. Like if it was a false day or whatever. Don't go too crazy with this. You really want to get in and get out. What you mostly need to know is what time did it confirm. So just hover over your candle and look down below, 10:35. And we're going to pop that in here. And if you want to do the retracement and the SD exit, you can do that. The person who helped me, K Mill, said he wishes that he had done it. So I'm doing it. I'm going to take that advice, and so I'm just adding this information. So the exit is that 1.4, which is what we were aiming for. And then the retracement entry, if it's a winning trade, what was the best retracement? So it was this first mode. And I don't know why my things aren't printing here. Probably because I'm past time. So I'm going to call that a negative 0.1. To fill in this field. And then the last thing you do is you come here, you get it to where you want it centered, how you like it best, and then you click the camera, click copy link, and then just paste that link right at the top here. You can have, a lot of free-form notes. And that's it. This is done. And then you should quickly be able to just click your play button. We're trying to get it to go to around 11. Oops. That happens sometimes. It's all right. You just got to be honest and placing the trade. Because remember, this is monkey trading. We're not really using a lot of discretion. And so this one, it didn't confirm before 11. So this is one we skip. That's why I like to keep a little calendar to come along and just, I do this. I copy that and I would just put it over the date, and then it would just change the color. Really nice way to get an overview and to see how much you have left to do if you had a goal of getting like so many months done or whatever. All right, I think I showed you all the key stuff. So, and now you do this with a fresh layout. And, I just keep saving it as I, take each trade, because what it's doing is it's recording all of your trades here in this object tree that you can toggle on and off. So the object tree shows all the indicators that you have, and it also saves trades and drawings and all that kind of stuff. Now, what I would do, because you spent a lot of time setting up these 10 indicators, is save this as a template, an indicator template. So you come over here, indicator template, save indicator template, give it a name. In this case, those indicators are specific to CL RDR. So make sure that gets in the title, and have it remember the symbol and remember the interval, because you're always going to do 5 minutes. You're always going to do CL for this template. Now, if you've done work on it, you've come back after a month and you've adjusted some of your stats, and you want to update the template, just start to type it in, the name of it, and it'll come up here, and you just click that and it'll say, are you sure? Because you're going to overwrite the previous one. You say yes. And that saves all of those settings. And that way, if you're done with your time only, right? But maybe 6 months from now you're looking at something, you want to go back and review them, then you can just pull up your template and you'll be able to see these trades here. The only other thing to show you is with back testing, we can't use the continuous contract. You can if you're doing like a recent replay, but if you're going back to like years, like 2022, you won't be able to go far enough back. So you have to actually go to the contract where the data lives. And if you start to type in CL, you'll see the structure of how it works. So it always gives you these first two continuous contracts. That's the CL1 exclamation or 2 exclamation. And then you'll start to see the dates. So the October contract has a V in it, and then the year. The November has an X, and so on and so forth. So you can just type it in, what you're looking for. Like if I'm looking for CLJ 2022, because J is, if you're going to start with the year, start with J. Now it's going to say it's not here. All you have to do is hit enter, and it'll bring you, and you can confirm by looking at it up here. Now what's very handy is these what are they called? Watch lists. So someone in the group went ahead and went all the way back from 2008 to present and made a watch list. So that was very handy. So I was working on 2022. We were in this J contract. Once the candles start to look like this, all wonky and missing data, that's your cue to jump to the next one. So by using this watch list, it's in order. It's showing me what I'm currently on, the blue around it, and then I just click to the next one. And then you toggle your replay off and then back on and go to select date. And I don't know if I'm doing 05. Oh, this is an accurate day, 02. And then I always go to 11, enter twice, boom. Well, this doesn't happen to be good for that date, but that's how you do it to get around. This watch list is hyperlinked in my notes, so you can add it to yours if you haven't done that already, right here. And this is just going through how to record your trades, and if you want to use a calendar like I did. So that's it, guys. I finally broke the seal. I hope more can do the same. Anyone who's stuck like I was, I feel your pain, but now I'm on my way. I got 400 more to go to get into Santi's price and time and price club, which is my first goal. So, at any rate, happy back testing. Thanks.